Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. So, first of all, we have a special nap competition starting tomorrow for York, the 3 days at the York Festival, the Dante Festival. To qualify for the prizes, there's a couple of rules. You must enter at least one horse in the nap competition that runs at York on the Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And also on the Thursday, you must select one horse from the second race on the card, which is the Oakmere Holmes Hambleton handicap, the 1 mile handicap. 15 runners in it, so plenty to choose from. And then if you are the top scorer, you will win the prizes. So you must have one selection at least on the 3 days at York, and you must have a selection in the 242 at York on the Thursday. So, looking at tomorrow, there's two horses that I'm quite interested in tomorrow, starting off in the 210. And that horse that I like in the 210 is Mahaba the Champ. Now, Mahaba the Champ returns here off what I now think is a winnable mark. And what I mean by that is the horse has actually won twice at York in the past, off marks of 90 and 91. Now, gets to return here off 86, so he's £4 and £5 lower than when winning two races at York. He's won over a mile and 2, and he's won over a mile and 4. Last year he actually ran in this race, and he went off 9-2, off a mark of 97, an £11 higher mark. And that was probably a mark that was beyond him, that 97. That said, things didn't quite go to plan that day. He did get a little bit short of room, and I think William Buick gave up quite early on him, having been a bit short of room, having dropped out, started quite slowly. They came back to York and they dropped him in trip to a mile and 2 in August of last year. Again, things didn't quite go to plan. He was short of room and then hampered. But again, that came off a mark of 94. So, okay, he can win off 91 and he can win off 90. 97 and 94 are probably too high. So I'd be suggesting, if he was rated around the 90s, I'd be very interested. He's not, he's rated 86. You've got to be really interested in that. Let's have a look at the price for Mahaba the Champ. You can get 10s about him. Considering he went off 9-2 last year, 9-2 favourite for this race, off 97. He returns this year off an £11 lower mark, and you're getting, 2.5 times the price at 10-1. I think that's a great bet, Mahaba the Champ at 10s, under Rowan Scott. He's drawn in 5, which means he can choose which way to go, or if there's a split, or if there is more pace over one side, he can choose which way to go. I'd be very hopeful for a big run here from Mahaba the Champ, and that 10s looks very, very appealing, to be honest. The second race that I want to have a look at is the 242, the 6 furlong Churchill Tyres handicap. And there's a horse here that I do like, and we have backed him a few times, to be honest. That's our good friend Corker. If he hadn't run 3 days ago, I'd be really, really keen on him. I kind of feel this might have been not a last minute decision, but we might as well run here because it didn't work at, where did he run recently? Newcastle? Just a few days ago, when he got left at the start, outpaced, and never got involved. Now, that was on the all-weather. I generally feel that a horse that runs well over 6 on the all-weather is running, it's a shorter distance, the all-weather. I always think it's easier to get 6. If it was on the turf, I'd want to see them running over 7. Is that right? If they're running over 5 on the all-weather, it was too quick for him. That's what I'm trying to say. He needs further than that on the all-weather. He's a 6 furlong on the turf. He wants 7 furlongs on the all-weather. That's right. I get my head around that. He wants 7 furlong on the turf. He doesn't want 7 furlongs on the turf. He wants 6 furlongs on the turf. This was just too fast for him at Newcastle. He's not a 5 furlong sprinter anymore. His York form is very interesting. He's been to York a few times. He actually finished second on debut behind Project Dante. He's then been back and finished 7th in a yearling stakes. He won a handicap off 95. He was 3rd in a listed race, beaten 2.5 lengths. He was 2nd in a handicap, beaten by regional off a mark of 100. 11th off a mark of 103. 14th off a mark of 102. 4th off a mark of 107. 9th off a mark of 107. 4th of 103 in a listed race, 2nd in a handicap of 103, and 3rd in a listed race, off 104. So off these 101, 102, 103 sort of mark, he can go well. And the hope, I think he'll run a nice race, and I think he'll run in a good position. He'll finish 4th or 5th sort of thing. However, that's off his current handicap mark. His current handicap mark is 103. Off that mark, I think he would finish 3rd, 4th, 5th. But I'm hoping that his jockey, who is claiming 7, Jack Nicholls, is just worth 3 of that 7. He might not be worth the full 7. If he was, if I was confident he was worth the full 7, I'd be really, really happy with him here, because that would mean he would be effectively running off a mark of 94. And that sort of mark would give Corker a huge chance. I'm saying he's effectively running off a mark of about 100, 99, 100. With that in mind, I think he's got a really good chance of going very well here. And then when you look at the odds about this race, let's load it up. 242. He is currently available at 16 to 1. I think that's a good price about him. Drawn in 7, right in the middle, can choose where to go. He's going to be slowly away and hopefully finishing fast. I hope there's enough pace in the race. He is fit. He's had a couple of runs. He actually ran 3 days ago, but wasn't totally... they didn't really get after him because they lost all chance at the start, and he was never going to win from where he was, and they didn't really give him that hard a ride. He has won at York. He's got some good form at York. If Jack Nicholls, as I said, is worth £3 or £4 of his £7 claim, then I think Corker is a great price at 16s. So they are my 2 tomorrow. Corker at 16s in the second race, but in the first race I like Mahaba the Champ at 10s. They will probably be 2 of my 3 naps for the day, and I'll have to find a third one, which might come in an email later. It might be tweeted, so keep an eye out for things like that. As I said, do get involved in the nap competition. Hopefully to see lots of you getting involved in that Dante special nap competition tomorrow. You can actually start entering now if you want, by navigating forward one day on the ratings to go to the following day, which is obviously tomorrow. Thanks for listening, best of luck, and hope you have I'll probably be back with another video tomorrow.